Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Ken's Tech Review. Now, today I'm going to show you guys a custom ROM which stays close, very close to this Android stock experience. Will give you much more customization than the Android stock ROMs. Now, this ROM is called Chroma, and it's based off of 5.1.1 Android OS, which is Lollipop. So the first three aspects I'm going to look at, you guys, I'm going to be looking at battery life, customization, and performance. Not in that order, but the first order I'm going to be looking at is customization. Now, as I mentioned, it stays close to Android experience, but still have a lot of customization which you guys may like or dislike. Just to mention a few, you could customize the LED, which I can't show you guys because I'm recording the screen and not the actual phone, and stuff like double tap to sleep and double tap to wake. So the first one I'm going to show you guys may see from the home screen here is a navigation bar. Navigation bar is transparent, and also you see I can customize the location of the back buttons and the recents button. So I can go in and I could change the color of this navigation bar. I could change it to cayenne red, whatever I want to do, which is a pretty sweet thing to do. So I can use to match it to my theme of my wallpaper, or I can match it to something else, my favorite color even, which is pretty awesome. So also with the navigation bar, you can realize that the back button and the recent buttons are switched. That's also because you can switch the navigation bar and recent button placement to put them in different locations, which is awesome. So you can see I have here ring targets. So that's the next point on their customization is called ring targets. Now you, instead of just swiping up default Android OSs, you just swipe up from the home button to get to Google Now. But in this, you can swipe up to get to take a screenshot, get to a power menu. You can get to Chrome as you see set here, or any other third-party app you have installed, which could be WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Whatever you jump into on a regular, you can easily get it from this point of view. So that's some of you guys may like. And moving on right here to the status bar at the top, that you have quick launch settings. So if I swipe down from the top left or top right, I can easily go into the quick toggles. If I swipe down from the top left, I can go into my notifications. So it's like a quick toggle setting, so you don't have to pull down twice like in regular Android OSs. You have to pull down once to get notification and pull down again to get the quick toggles. You can easily pull down on either side to get which one you want to jump into quickly. And also you can see here the date is also changed. You can look at the date and look at my battery percentage. My battery percentage is just saying 88%. It's not showing the battery icon or anything like that. You could switch this to have the circle with the dots. You could change this to have the battery icon itself. But I just choose to have the percentage there, and that's good enough for me. Also the date, you can see here it has Tuesday 16th, and whatever the time is. So it's pretty customizable as I was telling you guys. And to mention one more thing in the customization setting, also the density. Now if you guys don't know what this is, it's basically like how a computer may have screen resolution. You may have 1060 by 860 or something like that on your computer to get a different resolution. Now LCD density on your phone is basically the same thing. So at default it comes at about 320. So the icons will be larger, the screen will be larger and stuff like that. But if you set it to being lower, you can actually go to see more stuff on the screen and stuff like that. So that is pretty awesome if you guys like that feature. And I have it to lower density, so I have more info on my screen when I'm on Google Chrome or when I'm in some other app that requires reading either my Gmail account to see more in my screen than ever before. Also to mention, you can customize the size of the navigation bar and to see more screen real estate. And along with that, you see that this is very customizational ROM. So on to the next point. The next point is performance. Now this OS keeps it as close to stock experience. So you're not going to worry about lag. You're not going to be worrying about anything of that nature. You're just going to be flowing fluid in this OS. In terms of, you can go open Chrome launcher and have it load up in a very snappy time without easily open XD developers in less than a couple seconds. And if it was to open a net site like The Verge, I'm not sure how fast that's going to load up. But let's try the Verge. So if I was to load up, see it's moving fast. Click on the site itself. I mean, it's not top of the line like what you have in an S6 or the iPhone 6, but for a big site like this, it still opens pretty fast. So that's one thing to note, guys, that this OS keeps it as slim as possible, that you may have the speed and capacity to do as much stuff as possible. So if I have it set to double tap to hold the recent button to go between apps, so I can easily go between the Chrome and my settings, because the last two open apps that I had, and it keeps very smooth in the terms of performance. So if you, it still use, remember the Nexus 4 has a 1.3 gigahertz processor and 2 gigs of RAM. So I'm telling you guys that this will still move as quickly as you want it to move, without taking any time to load up stuff, big sites and stuff like that. So performance and in this area is still a plus, and it still moves fluid and very snappy. Now, last thing I'm going to talk about is battery life. Now, battery life is something that I have a gripe with in my Nexus 4. I mean, sometimes I hardly get through half a day, maybe more, a little more than half. Depends on if I'm out or I'm using my phone a lot. But I'm a heavy WhatsApp user, and most of the time I'm in shopping apps like Amazon and other apps like that. So Facebook and Twitter sometimes, but mostly Amazon and Facebook and Google, searching for stuff most of the time. So I include in WhatsApp. So most of the time when I'm in and out of those apps, my battery life tend to drain a lot. But whereas with this custom ROM, I get about 7 hours, about moderate to heavy usage. If I'm using my phone lightly, if I'm out, with my friends or something, I'll probably get more longer time. But I'm using the phone home, constantly connected to Wi-Fi, and having my Wi-Fi connected, and it's pretty good in terms of average by life, I would say. It's not the best in that I unplugged my phone about 9 a.m. this morning, and it lasts me about till 4 p.m. So that's about average about 7 hours of usage that I got out of the phone before I had to charge it again. But apart from that, this ROM is pretty cool. It's still slim. It's still stock. And if you guys want to check it out, you guys can go and check the developers or the developer for making this. And be sure to catch you guys with more custom ROMs, more Android apps coming up very soon. So catch you guys in the next one. Peace. One more thing before I get out of here, guys, is just an update on my last video, Swiftkey's Greenhouse Project Launcher, Hex Launcher. This launcher, I did a review on my last video. You guys can check that out. But while what to mention or didn't know at the time was, you see this search bar here where it has the button here. If I tap the button here, I can change it from a alphabetical view with numbers and stuff. So it looks pretty cool, and you can also stay in this view for as long as possible. So it's not a case where you have to exit this view or what the case may be. If you prefer this view, we like this view. If you prefer the hex view, then that's your preference. So just update, guys, and remember to check out my Swiftkey's Greenhouse project. I'm going to be on the end screen and coming up, so you guys can click on the videos if you don't know what Greenhouse project is. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Loud rap beats.